Hello, and welcome to this edition of Y-PAC CityCast. I'm Randy Beeler. The new year will bring 3 new faces to the Yakima City Council. The 2017 general election was officially certified by the Yakima County Auditor's Office on November 28th, and the 3 new council members are busy preparing to hit the ground running at the first meeting of the council on January 2nd. Jason White won the District 2 seat in the general election with a somewhat surprising 71% of the vote compared to 29% for Pablo Gonzalez, who tallied the most votes out of 4 primary candidates. Kay Funk topped Keith Effler by more than 20 percentage points in the general election, even though Effler was the top vote getter out of 6 primary candidates. And Brad Hill took more than 84% of the general election vote compared to just over 15% for Michaela Razzo. The new council will have some important decisions to make at its very first meeting on January 2nd. The council will select one of its members to serve as mayor and another of its members to serve as assistant mayor for the next 2 years. Kathy Coffey is the current mayor, and Carmen Mendez serves right now as assistant mayor. The City of Yakima's 2018 budget process is nearing an end. Preliminary work on next year's budget generally begins in early summer of the previous year. After considerable effort is made to design an efficient and realistic budget, the City Council holds a series of study sessions to review department proposals. After the budget study sessions are completed, the City Council conducts public hearings about the next year's proposed budget so that community members can provide their input. Then, the Council formally adopts a budget for the succeeding year. Adoption of a 2018 budget is scheduled to take place at the Council's final business meeting of this year. That will happen on December 12th. State law requires that cities adopt a balanced budget for the upcoming year no later than December 31st of the current year. Unlike the federal government, cities cannot operate on deficit budgets. To learn more about the proposed 2018 City of Yakima budget, check out the city's website at yakimawa.gov. Well, the holidays bring with them some travel challenges, but they can be overcome. And Yakima is about to get several new bus shelters, and you can help decide where they will be located. To learn more, here's CityCast's John Fannin.
Thanks, Randy. Yakima Transit wants to hear from riders about where to place 20 new bus shelters. During its November 21st regular business meeting, the Yakima City Council approved a grant agreement with the Washington State Department of Transportation. The agreement provides funding for 20 new bus shelters. Yakima Transit currently has 629 bus stops, of which 205 are only benches and 32 have bus shelters. With council approval in hand, Yakima Transit has begun the planning process to add the 20 new shelters. They will be ADA compliant and have solar-powered lights. Yakima Transit Manager Alvy Maxey says his department has been actively evaluating locations for the new shelters. At the same time, transit staff also want to hear from the public with suggestions for where to place those shelters. Riders can provide suggestions by talking to their bus drivers, calling 575-6175, or emailing asktransit@yakima.gov. They can also click the Leave a Comment link on the Yakima Transit website at yakimatransit.org. The goal is to have everything in place so construction can start in the spring after winter weather subsides. With the peak holiday travel time approaching at Yakima Air Terminal McAllister Field, air travelers can take steps to prepare for those busy holiday trips. Airport Director Rob Peterson suggests showing up at least an hour to an hour and a half before your scheduled flight. Arriving early provides time to park at the airport and get your luggage checked. And with more travelers, it also takes a little extra time for TSA agents to screen passengers. The Yakima Air Terminal McAllister Field website, flykm.com, also has an online link to track your flights at Christmas, New Year's, and year-round. Visit flightaware.com/live/airport/KYKM for a live flight tracker. It tracks all flights, including Alaska Airlines, which offers flights to and from the Yakima Airport. The site shows both commercial and private passenger planes in real time with updates on arrivals and departures. These updates can be helpful, especially if winter weather causes flight delays. And without delay, Randy, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Thank you, John. Well, Christmas brings joy and happiness for kids and toys under the tree. When we come back, you'll learn how to keep your young ones safe after the new playthings arrive. You're watching Y-PAC's CityCast.
¿Alguna vez has oído a alguien decir, solo sucedió una vez?
Have you ever heard someone say, he didn't mean it?
¿Alguna vez has escuchado a alguien decir, ¿por qué no se va?
Have you ever said, it's none of my business?
No more just standing by. No more excuses.
Violencia doméstica.
See it, hear it, report it.
Well, toys under the tree bring joy and happiness at Christmas. Toys can, though, pose some dangers. To let you know how to be as safe as possible with those new gadgets and playthings this holiday season, here's CityCast's Sean Davidow.
Thanks, Randy. The holiday shopping season is in full swing, and while some toys may seem harmless, every year many children are injured by their favorite toys. As you're out getting set to stuff stockings and fill Christmas wish lists, be sure to take time and do your research and choose those gifts wisely. According to the Consumer Product Safety Commission, about 240,000 children were treated in U.S. emergency rooms for toy-related injuries in 2016. Here are a few tips to help keep you and your family safe. First, read the label. Warning labels give important information about how to use a toy and what ages the toy is safe for. Be sure to show your child how to use the toy the right way, and be sure to always provide plenty of adult supervision. Be careful when buying crib toys. Strings or wires that hang in a crib should be kept short to avoid strangulation. For younger children, avoid play sets with small parts and magnets, and be sure batteries are secured within the toy. Choking is the most common cause of toy-related injuries, so be sure to check for small parts before giving a toy to a toddler. Another thing to consider is safety if you purchase riding toys like bikes, trikes, and scooters. 43% of all toy-related fatalities in 2016 involved a riding toy and a child under 12 years old. Try to keep toys and play equipment in good condition. Assure protective gear fits appropriately and discard any toys that are broken to prevent injuries. Inspect all toys for sharp points or edges made from such materials as metal or glass. These toys should not be given to children under 8 years of age. For older kids, toys and items like hoverboards, RC cars, and these toy drones contain lithium polymer or LiPo batteries that present a significant fire hazard, especially when charging. If you're considering purchasing these items for older children or adults, be sure to look and check warning labels and follow all the instructions closely. And don't forget about our furry friends. They like to chew on cords, wires, wrapping paper, and toys, which can make them very sick, and it destroys your stuff. So Randy, have a safe and happy holiday, and we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Well, thank you, Sean. Those are very helpful tips. Thank you, too, for joining us for this edition of Y-PAC's CityCast. To learn more about what's going on with the City Council, city programs and services, fun activities in our area, and more, check out one of the many options available to you. The city's website at yakimawa.gov is the key communications platform for the City of Yakima and is home to a wide variety of information about programs and services. The city also utilizes multiple social media platforms to reach out to the community. You can find the city on Facebook and Twitter, as well as on Instagram. Y-PAC programming and other videos are also available on the city's YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in for this edition of Y-PAC CityCast. I'm Randy Beeler. Take care.
For more information on Y-PAC CityCast, call 575-6092.